meet. Okay, back for our second set in the forms. We're on Dan-Gun. We're looking at the knife hand block and the preparation utilized as the block itself. Not the actual knife hand as the block, but the preparation. If I look at this setup, it looks a lot like if somebody's scared and they put their hands like this in fear. So we're utilizing that as the block itself. So from this standing position, if somebody throws like a wild punch, okay, I'm going to be on my left side again so I don't hurt the wrist. And when I swing, your motion should be moving into the attack. So as I throw the hook punch, you want to move in and defend right away. Okay, so from here to here, bomb on this side. Now, it doesn't matter how the hands are. You're utilizing your forearms at this point, taking 2 points to block the punch. Okay, so when I move in on this side here, okay, again, it doesn't matter. It's really good because you can practice this with kids as a straight punch. If I throw straight punch inside, it's the same thing. If I throw a hook punch, it's the same thing. So if I want to use it more realistically on hook or someone's reaching and grabbing, it's the same thing. If I have the lapel, which is one of the things that we can go over, if you step in and go the same way, it's one of the ways that you can take this off if you want to set up for an attack. There's many different ways that we can utilize knife hand block, just the preparation, not even the block itself. So moving on to the next piece, when I step in and throw my punch here, you're using the hand that goes into the midsection area, pulling down as you're striking forward with an open back fist, doesn't matter what it is. You're making the motion to strike the neck, the side of the head, the jaw, okay? Whichever one you feel is more comfortable. From here, the next piece, when I swing in, she's gonna do 1, 2, 3, okay? So first motion, 1, 2, and 3 is following through just like in Dan-Gun when you punching high, keeping my body position away from the body. If I do decide I'm going to go shoot for a leg or something like that, this is where you disconnect. So as I'm moving in, you create a disconnection right away. Okay? 1, 2, 3, here, turn. Okay. When we make the disconnect, and we're working with a partner, as you lift the hand high, and she pushes me forward, just do it regular, but slow. As she pushes me forward, it starts to crank my shoulder the more she pushes towards this area. So to make it safe, in reality that's fine. You're trying to disconnect as fast as possible using your forearm to push, you're using this to push. All of that is fine. But when you're working with somebody you don't want to hurt, you take the hand and you put it against their back and you apply pressure to their lower back. Okay? Because now when you push, you're pushing their back. You're not pushing on their hand and their shoulder. Apply to the hip just for practice sake, and then send off, push away, create distance. So here to here to here, the step through. She's using the opposite hand, it doesn't matter, you should practice both sides anyway. So same thing, I'm gonna show that side, back up. So when she punches with her left, I'm stepping in, bomb, pulling inside, attacking the neck. Okay, as I pull through, I keep the crease on the neck or grab the neck. Grabbing the neck is better. The only reason why she didn't is because of her wrist. So from here, I move through, send the neck sideways, keep the crease, drive the wrist back. With my partner though, I'm putting it to the back. Right? I'm putting it to her back for safety. In reality, I'm high, and as I push, I drive both things back. I could take them down like this as I throw them. If I'm able to swing the arm over the body as I throw and rotate, I might be able to take them down, but that's not my goal here. My goal is only to separate from my opponent, okay? So again, punching, bomb, bomb, okay? Stepping through, creasing the neck, staying tight, pushing to my opponent's hip, driving off, okay? So that's a breakdown of just the first half. What I want to do is have a basic beginner set so that the first 2 moves kind of flow together, and then the next set of knife hand block and then punch also has its own set, but I want to be able to go from this side to the next set, all flowing through, so that it's kind of clean. Some patterns have sets where they all flow through, or they all kind of flow together, and then some just are very staticky, and it's better just to create scenarios to where this works with this technique sometimes, but then there's multiple things for that technique, and then same thing for the other. But this one has a nice flow drill that you can go from left to right to center to get to the 3-set punches. Okay, so we're gonna go over this a little bit faster now. So from here, I'm swinging, bum, 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 and disengaging. Okay, so that's more of what it should look like. When you're with a partner, you really want to try to focus that on the back. But when you're in reality, you're not thinking about putting it against the back. You're thinking about pushing that person away as fast as possible. So when I swing in, this to this needs to be very fast to strike the side of the head, the side of the neck. You doing the back of your knuckles. It doesn't matter. Okay, you can do hammer fists on the side. I've gone over this so many times. It doesn't matter. You can go from punch. You can go from A to B to just setting up to punching. That's fine. Okay, you do whatever you want to do. But what I really want you to take out of this is this, and then this. I don't even care if you use this, okay? It works really well because they both go together, but I don't care if you use this, okay? Like I said, hammer fist, back fist, elbow. It doesn't matter as much, okay? I want your patterns to be something that you can practice and then take and mold for yourself and say, from this position, from Chungji, from here I go 1, ba, and then I go 2, ba. What can I create out of that? Okay? Is it only useful when I spar? How can it be applied in self-defense? And is it usable in self-defense? If I think of my knife hand block as simply somebody punches me and I go, ah, like that, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? If I think of, I'll step into it even, okay? I go inside, I step in, bam, there it is inside. Just do a straight punch. A straight punch in, same, it's too late before I get there. And I'm expected to be faster with the setup that I have. How can I apply this to reality? That's the most important piece. Not, I was taught this way, it has to be that way. You're gonna hear me say this a lot, okay, because it bugs me. My main goal is to help my students to make sure that they're safe. I don't want them to go outside and something happens to them and something worse than like cuts and bruises or something like that happens. Everyone should know that if you're in an altercation, you're not going to come out completely 100%, but I want them to have an understanding that the stuff that they're taught isn't just a dance, isn't just practice because I tell you to, because that's stupid, okay? Practice because I tell you to is stupid, okay? If it doesn't have a reason to do it, then don't do it, okay? You're not doing it for fun. Maybe you're doing it for competition. That's a reason to do it though. So have a reason to why you're practicing these things. My reason is to find the self-defense application for them. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone else's that has done it before. It doesn't necessarily have to be the generals. But what I can see the shape of within that, okay? So any motion forward I can have as a knee punch. Any set here that I'm setting up as a block, whether it be side block this way, down block, or rising block this way, whatever my set is, I need to make sure that I'm utilizing this in some way, okay? Not just here, and then she throws the punch, and then I'm trying to block it this way or something like that, okay? Utilize these pieces, okay? So you have to be able to take the control. You have to be fast, technical, and strong when you need to be, okay? So I'm gonna go over this set one more time. So as she flows through punches, pop, pop to here. When I move, I wanna make sure that my ridge and my knife is ready to go. I want to crank this arm up as I step through and pull the head down. Now already, if I don't push away, my body is starting to set up for my next movement. This is my punch forward, and I'm setting my hands up again to now throw the person over to the right side. This way. Okay? This is my next set. I don't necessarily have to let her go, but this is my next piece that we're going to flow to. Okay? This is only the flow drill part. This isn't the second application. It can be. You can do whatever you want. Okay, thank you.